Where's my notes? I had notes. Hello my little trash pandas and pierogies. Happy July! Today I'm coming at you with my June favorites. All my makeup favorites are in this bag today. I will be showing them to you. I used most of them on my face today. I feel like June went by insanely fast. I don't know. How are we halfway through this year? Anyways, and you may have noticed, so I've kind of been shifting around my little vanity background area over here. I've just been kind of reorganizing and just vibing with it, but I feel like I like the current setup. Let's go over my June favorites. Okay, so before I get into like the physical makeup-y faves, TV. My #1 favorite for TV for the month of June and probably part of May has been 90 Day Fiancé. Wow. If you want to ride, it'll give you one. Danielle and Mohammed continue to have a soft spot in my heart.
You're a user, Mohammed! You used me!
I love them so much. I've also dipped my toes into, what is it? There's like 5 different versions now. I think it's like 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, which follows couples after they get married. I also want to get into like 90 Day the Other Way, before the 90 days.
I'm super excited.
90 Day Self-Quarantine, I don't know, but obviously I'm obsessed. It is my life's breath lately. It is my reason for being right now, other than, you know, doing pretty things with my makeup. That's been the thing getting me through June. Hair favorite. Now I'm not rocking it at the moment, but I have been really into these like hair paint wax hair colors. These are from Crown Paint Colors. Indie black owned brand. She has hair shadows, and then she has like, I don't remember what she calls it, but it's basically like a color conditioner. And the hair shadows work even on dark hair.
Oh hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
I have it in Cotton Candy, which is a pink. And I also have one in Sweet Tea, which is a turquoise. Basically, you like put these in your hair. They're actually like moisturizing. It's like a moussey, like curl custard texture, but it gives pigment. Like you can like make your ends pink or purple or whatever. And then I have her hair shadow gel. So yeah, I've really been enjoying these. I have no idea how they would work on more fine or straight hair, but they're really good for curly, coily, kinky, whatever hair. These ones do have a little bit more transfer. Now it could be that since I tried the pink one first, I know red and pink pigments tend to have more staining and transfer in general. So I think I need to play around with the turquoise and see. I really like the texture, very moisturizing. Wow, I can't stop dropping stuff. These are perfect for like when you want like one day, I'd say. Maybe maybe 2 days of, say you're going to like a party or a festival, or you just want like, not that anybody's doing like festivals right now, but like let's say you just want like one day of like looking colorful and bomb. Like these are perfect for like special events slash you just want to be pink on a Tuesday. What I'm wearing today is just this little lounge set from, it has shorts. It's just from Amazon. I can link it down below. It's fuzzy on the outside and a little bit like polyester-y on the inside, but it's still super comfy, and it really is on trend with the whole like tie-dye thing, but this one's almost a little like more ethereal cotton candy, which you'll see even with my makeup stuff. Like it's been kind of a theme this month for me. Is very like pastel. I'm very like fairy princess. That's been my vibe all month. Sorry if you're not into any of that stuff that I talked about, but I wanted to have just a little bit more than just makeup in my faves. I guess I'll kind of go in order of face. Now, I didn't have like a specific primer or anything that I've been loving, but I do have a foundation slash CC cream and a concealer that I'd like to shout out. So this is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream. This is the original one. Now, I had heard about this forever. I'm sure a lot of people have either heard about it, tried it, talked about it, whatever. This is what it looks like. You know the drill. I'm sure you've seen it. Has a nice little pump. This is in the shade Fair. I want to say that they had like a shade expansion, if not somewhat recently, since it like first launched. If anything, this is actually a decent shade match for me right now, because it used to be whatever, like, I think maybe they only went to like light or something. I don't know, but I do remember like being interested in trying this at one point, and then it like being way too dark for me even at the lightest shade. But it's what's on my face today. One of the things I love about it is that it is SPF 50. For much of spring I was indoors. I still like to use SPF every day just in case like I play outside with my brothers, what have you. But in June our state slowly started opening up more and I started going outside more. We started having church outside, and so especially on those days when I knew I was going to be outside for longer periods of time, whether it was rainy, cloudy, or really, really sunny, I really wanted to wear SPF, especially since I hadn't been outside a lot. I am kind of sun sensitive, like I don't burn very easily, but I can get like dizzy and sick and like flared up from the sun. So SPF's very important for me because I feel like it kind of gives me that, like, I don't know if that's a real thing, that SPF also just kind of shields you from like sun sickness. I like to think that it does, but I know it's good for you either way to have some kind of sun protection. I also really like the formula. I do think it's kind of funny that it's like a CC cream because I feel like it has a pretty decent coverage, which I like. I feel like it gives coverage at like a medium coverage type foundation, even though it's a CC cream. I know that part of that whole CC cream thing is it has other kind of skincare ingredients in it, which I am 1000% for. I don't use it every day just because like it's a little pricier than the other things I use, but I do feel like it also has staying power. So once again, on those summer days where I know I'm going to be out more, I got SPF, I got a good healthy amount of coverage, I got long wear, like I feel like it either lasts a good amount on my skin and or it wears away in a not terrible way, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I have been really enjoying this and I kind of wish I tried it sooner, but at the same time I'm always looking for affordable dupes. But it's about the same as like other higher end foundations I used, and when I got it, it was during the Sephora sale, so yeah, I've been loving that. Yeah, I guess the next thing will be the eyeshadows I've been loving. I don't know, is this a lot for favorites? I don't know, but I have four little palettes that I'd like to talk about in this bag. So, I guess first I'll talk about the thing that I don't think you can currently get at the moment, but it has been a favorite, and it's the ColourPop Sailor Moon palette. Now, I know a lot of like ColourPop people who like love ColourPop formula were not as into this or were disappointed by it. I don't know. This was like my first ColourPop palette, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. I think it's nice. I understand, ooh, yeah, can't quite pick up that thing, but I understand if people like felt like the color story wasn't quite Sailor Moon enough, but I like the color story. It's kind of what I've been reaching for. We got these like kind of more light warm nudes, these pinky nude things, and these like kind of glittery toppers, but they're not exactly pressed glitters to me. They're more like chunky shimmers, if that makes sense. And then these brights. I also understand if people have a pet peeve about the like matte with glitter formula. I get it. I'm not always in the mood for it, but like I feel like the glitter kind of disappears in your crease, so I'm not mad at it. I've been obsessed with the Luna shade. Like, doing one of these, like, doing something like this in the crease as a transition, just popping Luna on there, popping this on the outer corner or whatever to bring some color, or popping the yellow on the inner corner, or putting one of, like, these more, like, Super Shock textures on the inner corner. Love. Love. I've been reaching for this a lot. I love Sailor Moon. I know they, like, just restocked and then it immediately sold out again. Oh, now you see the mouth. Boop, 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 boop. Ah! That's me looking at this palette. I know it's not everybody's favorite. I respect that, but it's my favorite. And sorry if it doesn't restock, because that sucks. I don't know how they have like a million warm tone neutral palettes always in stock, and then when they have something people want, it's like immediately gone after 2 minutes. Okay, my camera stopped recording, but I think you caught that last bit. Anyways, moving on to the next palette I want to mention. I, of course, have been really loving all my Juvia's Place palettes, but the one I want to highlight in particular, especially for June, for Pride Month, is the Zulu palette. All the matte shades are beautiful, and these 3 glitters, just one swipe and you're done. I've been loving pairing these with a lot of the other, sneak peek, a lot of the other palettes that I've been loving this month. I'll either go in for a specific matte, or I will, you know, go in for a shimmer just to... Her formula is just like fully metallic, full base pigment. Like, a lot of the other things I have been loving have been kind of topper shades, like fairy topper shades. And then this brings to the table that full base pigment metallic when I want that look, or a really great matte. Zulu. Favorite Juvia's Place palette I own right now. Just a little one. I know these were also kind of a flop for a lot of people, but the Huda Beauty Pastel Obsessions, reflective, as well, like the Sailor Moon one was. Let me turn down the brightness a little bit. And I get why. The mattes are, they're fine. They do the job. But this is why I like pairing it with these minty teals in the Zulu. Because this kind of really deepens slash richens up the crease. Not that it's like the darkest blue. It's actually really similar to the shade in the pan. But this really goes on a lot more pigmented and deeper, unsurprisingly. But why I really love this are these shimmers. Like, the thing about these little Huda shimmers, especially in her more recent of these obsessions, like the neon green one I have, and even the light nudes, is that they are toppers. They're truly these iridescent toppers. See? Okay, now look at these. I love the shift, but there's not much of a base pigment. Now look at the Juvia's Place shimmer. I like these for these 2 different reasons. Ignore the gross band-aid on my hand. But that's why I love pairing these together, because I can make amazing mint look pairing the shimmer toppers in this for that iridescence, and this amazing metallic shade for that metallic full base pigment shimmer and this rich matte. Like, I love these mint teal looks I've been doing. I love to do that with like popping like a yellow in the inner corner. Love that. And as you can see today, I've also been playing around. I popped the minty shades in my inner corner and ran it on my bottom lash line, which I don't know if it's picking up super well, but yep, that's today. And lastly, this is the palette I've had the least, I've had for the shortest amount of time, but it's definitely already a favorite. This is the Nomad Tokyo Harajuku palette. I had been eyeing this pretty much since the beginning of the year, definitely since spring. It has 1 row of mattes, 1 row of these kind of satiny shades, but I don't mind playing with these in the crease. I know some people aren't a fan. And then these like amazing duochrome shimmer toppers. These are also more like toppers. The purpley pinky shades are probably the most base pigmented ones, but even then, those are just a sample. Now my yellow came shattered. They're very soft pressed shadows, especially the shimmers. I repressed it and it was my first time repressing something and it worked out just fine. So if it looks a little whack, that's why. They're very softly pressed. That was something I wasn't expecting. This is my first Nomad palette. I've been wanting to try out more indie brands, especially with shadows and especially with kind of those like duochromy, multi-chromy things that I know indie brands do better than anybody, except maybe Pat McGrath, but girl's not about to drop a Pat McGrath price down right now when she's not working and during a pandemic. Yes, but I digress. I'm using all of those palettes on my eyes today, and like I said, I've been really into, I've always loved pastels, but I've been really kind of, especially since I'm not having to go into an office or a school anymore, really just vibing with these pastels, doing like rainbow looks, kind of these watercolory tie-dye looks, using those iridescent shimmers and also the more high shine ones. I just have been loving it. I will do this literally to talk to my therapist on the phone. I will literally do this just to go on a walk with my brothers. I will just spend the morning playing with makeup and then go have fun with my family, or like be stuck at home or have therapy or build IKEA furniture with my boyfriend. That's been my June and I'm happy for it and I'm here for it. I will go to the drugstore with a pastel rainbow pride eye and I will not apologize to anyone for it. Okay, that was a little bit of a tangent. I guess while we're on the topic of eyes, I'll just talk about 2 eyeliner formulas I've been obsessed with. First, I already mentioned this in my last video, a full face of black-owned beauty brands, which if you haven't watched, I shall link that down below. It definitely was a different look than the vibe I've been talking about for the month, but I thought it was cute. In that video, I talked about my latest discovery from the crayon case, the Sharp Me eyeliner. This is the one that kind of looks more like a, I guess it kind of looks more like a fine point one. See? It's from the, it looks like a Sharpie. It's from the crayon case. About this eyeliner. It's pretty much your typical fine point pen, ink, liquid liner. But that's kind of my favorite type of liner to apply like liquid or a wing shadow with. Obviously, once again, that's what I'm wearing today. I thought my wings turned out decent. That's always a struggle. But this is $5. $5. I've never had it smudge, I've never had it bleed, I've never had it skip. Now I've only been using this for maybe 2 months now, but still, I've had no problems. Only ever comes off when I use my micellar water to take it off, or I cry a lot. I have to cry a lot for it to come off, but I do cry a lot sometimes. So, favorite, possibly of all time, but right now, for the month of June. I don't know why I'm so high energy and like hype in this video, a little scary in this video, going on rants in this video, but that's just what my mood is now. Okay, so my other liner favorite formula has been the NYX Faux Whites. The concept of these is like using kind of white or light nude liner in your waterline to make your eyes pop, but what if we made them subtly pastel? These are in the shades Lavender Blush and Mint Cream. I will swatch them next to my very glittery hands. These are very creamy and like they're very opaque, I guess, but in a like milky white way, you know? Hence Faux Whites. So these are like a really subtle way to kind of play with color in your waterline, and I find they pair really well with looks such as this. I'm looking a little bit beat there, but you know, like I did run some shadow in the lower lash line, and then I went in with the mint cream. Oh, that's the lavender one. Mint cream faux white. But these are super creamy. They've stayed in my waterline, and I do have kind of, I can have kind of, oh, what's the word? My eyes can get watery. That's what I'm trying to say. My eyes can get watery, whether I'm having like weird allergy or I'm an idiot and I got sunscreen in my eye, you know, stuff like that. But these have stayed for me, once again, unless I like full cry my eyes out. These go perfect with my kind of like pastel-y, watercolory, fairy, like unicorn whatever looks I've been doing. Actually, it was because of, I think, Butte Bean that I wanted to find these, and I am so glad that I did, because I didn't know these existed until she was talking about them in like her fun liner collection video. Fave, fave. Okay, now to talk about one of my favorite things in general, highlighter. So, I have rediscovered, what is wrong with me today? So I have rediscovered that I like certain liquid highlighters. And I have discovered that I have been into loose highlighters. Two things that I've been kind of scared of. I definitely kind of just went in with like powder highlight a lot in the past, but lately I've been loving liquid highlight and loose highlight. Now, the first one I want to talk about is the liquid highlight. This is from Pacifica. I know it's kind of like a sort of natural whatever brand, but I feel like they're so slept on. This is the Get Lit Highlight. This is in the shade Aquamarine. Now, the tragedy that I might have to confess to you is that I think that this shade is discontinued. You can still get the same formula in like a rose goldy champagne-y color, which, if that's your vibe and you think the shade would be good for you and you want to try a liquid highlight, it's a really good formula. I put this over powdered cheeks and I don't have any kind of weird separation or anything. It's also really nice if you want to mix it into, let's say you have like a more matte foundation, like I think I've done it with my Fenty Soft Matte, because especially in the sometimes you don't want that like super matte look. Now the other thing I love to do with this, other than mixing it in with foundation or wearing it on my cheeks and highlight places alone, is it mixes really nice as a base with another either powder or loose powder highlight on top. I've really been loving it wearing it that way to give just like an extra luminosity and like alien hoochie mama vibes, as Teresa's Dead might say, although I think she's is a different word. So today I did exactly that. I wore it, I'm trying to see if you can see. I wore it underneath on my nose, Cupid's bow, and like this kind of C shape around. So I dot it on my face with the dropper. I pat with my ring finger and then take a sponge and sponge it out. And then I can go over with a powder if I want. And oh my goodness. It's hard to tell right now because I have the other thing over, but once again, if you look at my hand, if you're interested in the formula, check out the shade they still have. I don't know if you can still find these. I find Pacifica stuff at either Ulta or my local drugstore. So maybe your local drugstore or like a Sprouts or something will have some still in stock. I have no idea. But yeah. I love this. I was afraid a bit, but I've been using it so much. Like, I've been using it on my cheeks and with another highlight so much this month. Favorite. And then after that, my second highlight, I've been really into loose highlighter in general. Like, I've been loving the Juvia's Place ones, but those are obviously like a bit more of like a normal color. Like, they're shimmery and pow and gorgeous, but they're like not weird colors, and I've been really into weird colors. Like I said, I'm not going to work, I'm not having to like answer to anyone, so I've just been like letting my colorful side out a lot. And this is Artist Couture Loose Highlight in the shade Supernova, which is like an iridescent purple. I'll just show you real quick up close. Supernova. Now, I didn't realize, like I heard about artists, I'm just gonna swatch a little bit next to, I guess I'll do a swatch, and it has a nice like cover cap in it so you don't spill it everywhere, but I guess I'll do a swatch next to where I swatched the liquid and then on the liquid part. Now, can you see that? Oh, it's so gorgeous. It has kind of a blue shift. It's like purple with kind of like a blue shift, which I love. Maybe some pinks in there. Oh, maybe that'll show. Yeah. So I have this over that liquid highlight on my cheeks and my nose and my Cupid's bow today. And I feel like it just kind of brings out the tones in my eyeballs, on my eyelids, in the like pink, purple, blue shift. Now, I heard of Artist Couture, but I didn't realize it was like Mac Daddy, like the YouTuber's brand, like the OG beauty YouTuber guy. But it is. When I got this, it was like half off, like, so it was like $13 or something. And I think it still is. But I got this because I believe it's pronounced Sweet Hime is the channel on here. I asked her like on the comments on a YouTube video, like, oh my goodness, okay, what highlight are you wearing? And she told me, and then it was in her favorites video later on, and I was like, I just gonna go look and see on the website, and then it was on sale, and I was like, ooh, I gotta get that. And okay, she is a much darker complexion than me. I am very pale, and it looks good on both of us. So this is pretty much like a universal shade, and I don't know if a lot of his are like that, or just kind of the more, I don't know what this was, duochrome ones, but whatever your skin tone is, you can rock this highlight. I love it. Favorite, 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 favorite. Anyways, thanks for watching. That is my June favorites and my first favorite monthly favorites here on this channel. You can subscribe, become one of my trash pandas or my perushkis. Like this video if you want to see more favorites, comment below. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, and wear your SPF and a mask. Both. Bye.